Again, happy Mother's Day to all of us who celebrate. Not all of us here have children. Not all of us are mothers. But all of us have a mother who helped us to grow and learn. Or someone like a mother who helped us to grow and learn. And as I just spoke with the kids, we know that our moms aren't perfect. No one's perfect. But we learn a lot from our moms. Moms come in all shapes and sizes, all religions, all cultures. And I would like to kind of think about today all of those memories or those moments that we have with our moms. Those things that only the two of you have shared. The grown-up things you did together. The laughter that you shared really will never match any other laughter. There's an important part of your relationship that is just yours. Just you and your mom. We know there are lots of moms in the Bible. Eve, for instance, first mom. And I think about the creation story and can only imagine how close Eve was to God. She was talking to him frequently. I'm thinking she probably knew him on a greater level. And she was able to pass that down to her children. And then we have Sarah, the wife of Abraham. She would be the mother of Israel. A lot of responsibility with that. And then we go into the New Testament, and of course we have the two mothers that probably we are most familiar with, Mary and Elizabeth. Elizabeth was John the Baptist's mom, and Mary, of course, the mother of Jesus. These are some pretty impressive women in the Bible, and we can learn a lot from them. So now that we've talked for a minute or two, have you come up with any memories of you and your mom? Maybe something as a child or a teen, because the teen years are so smooth for moms and their children. Or as an adult. I have lots of memories of my mom, obviously. Gosh, it was just the two of us for about 7 or 8 years before she got between divorce and remarried, and an awful lot for the two of us. And I tried to think of something new, and a new memory that I haven't shared about her, but I constantly come up with the blizzard of '78 memory. We lived not far from here, and you know, there was a little bit of snow in the blizzard of '78. I was 7 years old at that point. And what did we do? This was great. We walked uptown, we had to go to the grocery store, and she was pulling my sled, and it wasn't too far, but it was kind of neat to walk with all that snow, and maybe that started my love of the snow. But we finished our shopping. I think I was probably a little bit tired from the walk up in my probably snowsuit that I was walking in, and I'm like, okay, I'll just sit in the sled on the ride back, and no. Whoops. That was for the groceries. groceries got the ride and I had to walk. But that's just one of those memories that I don't know, I just can't get rid of it. And every time I think, but we have way more than that. You know, we would go on vacation in the summer, up to New Hampshire, to Storyland, to Santa's Village, where I took my kids. And we have memories there. I believe it was Storyland where Matthew lost a tooth. And we had been talking to some of the workers, and we had gotten out to the car, and they knew he had a wiggly tooth. And we got out to the car. Finally, the tooth comes out, and these workers were coming by to check the parking lot. And we were like, it came out, and they're, you know, cheering and everything for Matthew, and little memories, that was fun. I have so many memories with Emily. I mean, from her being a lovely little girl to growing into a beautiful young woman. But we all have those stories with our moms. So I was looking, as I mostly, for our sermons and my sermons and whatnot. And I was interested to find a sermon by a gentleman by the name of Gerald Harris, and he had some really great quotes about famous people and their tributes to their mom. And I just wanted to go through a couple of them. John Quincy Adams, 6th President of the United States, he said, "All that I am, my mother made me." Abraham Lincoln, 16th President, "All that I am or hope to be, I owe to my angel mother." Napoleon said, "Let France have good mothers, and she will have good sons." Henry Ward Beecher, one of America's most notable preachers of the past, once said, "The memory of my sainted mother is the brightest recollection of my early years." And James Garfield, the elected 20th President of the United States, his first act after being inaugurated president was to stoop and kiss his mother, who sat near him. And then I found a cute little poem. I think that sums it up. They say that man is mighty. He governs land and sea. He wields a mighty scepter on lower powers than he. But mightier, power and stronger, man from his throne has hurled, for the hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. So today, think about your mom, whether she's here with us, or someone who plays that role of mom, and what they've done for you. And like I said to the kids, this isn't a one-day thing. We should tell our moms and those around us who fill that role that we love them and appreciate them more than just on Mother's Day.